My name is Chris. I am a gold miner from Victoria, Australia. My primary job is to hunt both placer and hard rock deposits of gold out in the bush. When I find gold deposits both in hard rock and alluvial deposits like this one, I often end up bringing buckets of sample home to process. Using machines like this little jaw crusher here, as well as my dolly pot and steel bar Stampie here. Stampie is really good at turning rocks like that into powder. Often the most efficient way to sample a small rock like this is literally to put it in a dolly pot and manually break it up. The problem is when you do that, it causes a lot of mess. Just look at all of those little pieces of quartz that have come out of hard rock crushers that have landed on my table. Or all the quartz that's hanging around my jaw crusher. I mean, it's even all over the ground. I swept this whole pavement this morning, and besides the wood chips from my futile attempts to whittle a spoon, that's as far as I've gotten with my spoon so far. We also collected a lot of dirt, and I am willing to bet that there is going to be gold in it. Let's find out. %100% there is going to be gold in this. 100%. Now I know what you're thinking, Chris. Why don't you just use a vacuum cleaner? It would work a lot better. I don't have an outside vacuum cleaner. I've only got the good one that's through in the house. Don't really want to run hard rock through it. And at this stage, the reason I don't even own an outdoor wet dry vac is because it is literally illegal to use one of those on the gold fields in Victoria. It's considered dredging. I know, I don't make the laws. Whilst this material here is most definitely hard rock ore and will need to be reprocessed in the dolly pot, some of the dirt that I've swept up off the ground or off my table will be from alluvial placer deposits, and there's every chance that we're going to see alluvial stream gold as well as black sands. I can take a fine mesh classifier like this one here and get rid of most of the pieces of wood and other debris, but there is a lot of, well, fern, a lot of dog in there. I live with a boxer that sheds more hair than like a husky. Therefore, I'm gonna burn it. There is definitely not any more hair left in that. For a little bit of scale, all of that dirt took about a month to collect on the ground. As I said earlier, we have to re-crush everything that we just collected. The chances of there being very fine gold locked up in some of the ore that escaped both the jaw crusher and the dolly pot are quite high, and if we don't hit it hard with Stampie, they ain't getting released. Before we tip that out of the dolly pot and see how much gold we collected off the ground, to give you some scale of how much gold we're dealing with, that was my last alluvial gold cleanup. And that right there is my last hard rock gold cleanup. Even if a very tiny percentage of cleanups like this escape every single month, you would expect there to be possibly some quite nice gold. I'm really hoping we see some good stuff. If there's no gold, I would be way more surprised than finding gold. I know I just said it looked good enough, but that's not right. They need to get crushed. And there it is. All of our ash and hopefully gold ore crush. It's going to be fun finding out how this pans. Wow, that is extremely hydrophobic. Time to get my hands a little dirty. There is surfactant in this water, which is in the form of dish soap powder, but that is not helping at all. Look at that. It's staying dry on top of the surface even after you mix it. Attempt 2. Nah, still floating, but I'm going to guess that most of the stuff that's floating is just wood ash. We're almost there. I've already said it. I am really confident there's going to be gold in there because I know what kind of ore I've been crushing and what kind of pay dirt I've been processing, and more than likely some of that has ended up on the ground or around my crusher. If there is gold though, I am definitely going to be keeping all the sweepings I do each month. Is there gold? I can already see some. Oh yeah. Oh, there's enough to warrant me sweeping up each month and keeping it. Look at that. That right there is super typical of ore crush. Really fine gold. A couple of nice what look like alluvial flakes in there, and well worth the effort of sweeping up the ground. You always hope for more gold, but that's a pretty rich pay streak off my back patio. Thank you so much for watching. Give your dog a big scratch behind the ears for me. Peace, and I'm out.